Hi, I'm Farida Patrick and this is Earthcheck. Statistics have shown that most Kenyans dispose of their electronic devices after only 2 to 3 years of use. This could lead to an e-waste crisis. Statistics have also shown that we collect up to 3,000 metric tons every year in electronic waste. So where does all this waste go to? Today on Earthcheck, we are going to visit an organization that is ensuring that this e-waste is processed and recycled in a safe, environmentally sound way. I assure you that it's going to be a very exciting show because we also get into the industry or the workshop, if you like, to see exactly how they do it. I'm Farida Patrick. Stay with Earthcheck. Well, good people, the process has been described to us and now we are here to get a practical feel of things.
Hi. We are here for you to see the process of how when we receive our e-waste, how we process it all the way up to the end. This will involve the receiving, the inventorization, the dismantling, the separation of all the fractions, and what we do with all of the fractions. Right?
Thank you.
You need to put on your dust mask. I need to also explain the reason you're wearing all of these items is because with the dismantling, there could be things flying around. You could also inhale. As I said, this is e-waste. We're dealing with a very, very toxic waste. There are elements that are extremely hazardous to health. So you need to have your dust mask. You need to protect your eyes because we're dealing with also metals, plastics. The helmets and everything, you need to be protected from anything with your skin. You should also be wearing gloves. So all the people who are working inside the workshop, make sure they all have the protective gear. Yeah? So maybe we can move in.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So this is where we receive our e-waste. Once it's offloaded, as you saw, it's stored here because we have to inventorize. As you can see what she's doing, we weigh all of the e-waste that we get, CPU, whatever kind of e-waste are sorted, as long as it uses electricity or batteries, it is collected, it is received here. We weigh it, we inventorize, we put in the serial numbers, we put in any kind of information about the devices that we get. After that, it's when we move to the dismantling.
So what she's doing here is weighing.
She's doing is weighing the amount, the e-waste, and then putting down the details, especially when we collect from companies. But we record all the e-waste that we get, regardless of what kind of e-waste it is, even cables and things like that, because we also need for our own statistics, what kind of impact are we making? Are we actually meeting our target in trying to get the e-waste out of the community? We are done with the weighing and the inventorization and testing. We move to the dismantling. Now when we come here, I can say this is the most active part of the process because we have to make sure that we've dismantled every single fraction
Manually? Okay.
As you can see, what is happening here, these are CPUs that are being dismantled, and there's different fractions that come out of them.
Okay.
Like for example, this is a circuit board.
A what?
A circuit board.
Okay.
You can tell from the power supply.
Okay.
Right? All of these devices have these different parts, right? There's the motherboards, like these ones, though they haven't completely been dismantled, but they look more or less. Some are combined, some are the same, but all of these have toxic elements.
Okay.
Things like arsenic, phosphor, cadmium. They are extremely toxic to our health. Mercury, lead, these ones everybody knows.
Yeah.
And they know that they are carcinogenics and they do cause cancer. And that is why we have a third of this in the country.
Oh wow. So what happens to this part after they've been dismantled?
Okay, what we do with all the fractions, we keep them separately. Like
we can go take a look.
Yes. Okay. This is where all of the fractions are kept. Like for example, here we have the hard disks. We have the motherboards, which are sorted. They include circuit boards, which is like, you can imagine something like this.
Oh, okay.
This comes from a server with the huge batteries and things like that. These are the most toxic, if I could say.
Okay.
The motherboards, but they also contain non-hazardous metals and elements like gold, silver, tin, which is important because to recycle these items. Because instead of going to mine for these items, you can just recycle the ones that are already in e-waste. At this point, it's all about recycling or proper disposal because the extraction of the toxic elements also have to be done in a controlled environment, right?
Okay.
You see, we have the floppy drives, the cables that are not stripped, and the power supplies that are all here.
Okay.
On this other side, we have the plastics, the metals. They're all up here. So you can see there's a huge problem when it comes to e-waste because this is a lot.
Yes, this is a lot.
But for plastics, we recycle them locally.
Oh, okay.
This is what is used to make fencing posts, lighting poles, outdoor furniture, roofing tiles.
Oh, okay.
And they're a lot more durable than using metal or
wood in that case.
When it comes to metal, this is where we keep all the metal that we get. Now this one is used for just Juakali businesses. We really sponsor them at the same. They come and they purchase from us. It's important it creates jobs as well. Even for the plastic recycling, there's jobs. We also make sure that the people who do the recycling for plastic and for metals have actual certifications.
Okay. So where does it happen?
They have facilities that they're able to do.
In Kenya?
Yes.
Okay.
This is done locally. Plastics and metals are done locally.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
If there's anyone outside the country, there's no problem. But most of the time it's done locally.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Now, down this side, it's just the same. We categorize everything that we keep. Even we go as far as making sure that all the screws, like now in here, the screws that we remove from the items that we're dismantling because could always be used for something else.
What are they used for? I'm really curious about
it could be anything
screws.
that we're fixing.
Okay.
And we keep them and we see, because they're all different sizes.
Okay.
Right? And instead of going to buy, why not just use the ones that we have?
Yeah, sure.
Right?
Okay.
So for the rest, we would have to go to the other side so we can see how the CRT monitors, the specialized machinery that we have for dealing now with the extremely toxic materials.
Okay.
Right? So we can move on to the other workshop. I will go to the other workshop where we will be able to go through the specialized equipment that we have for dealing with extremely toxic elements like phosphor. This is where we have the specialized equipment, things that we're doing when it comes to handling now the very toxic elements. That includes the CRT monitors, we have the plastic shredder, the copper stripper here. This is what it looks like when you open up one of the old monitors.
Okay.
Inside this glass is where we have the phosphor.
Okay.
And it's
the one that you said is poisonous.
Yes.
Okay.
Extremely poisonous. And it cannot be cut open in any environment.
Okay.
So you have to have specialized equipment
to
be able to do this. Right? This is the cathode ray cutter. And cathode ray is the tube that we find inside all the CRT monitors and the TFT monitors, flat screens. All of these have, because they need it to be able to transmit whatever that they are displaying on the screen. It's also found in the fluorescent bulbs and all of that. So for here, what we do is, because of the toxicity of the substance we are dealing with, we can only use specialized machinery. Right? So for example, this small TV, you need to cut it. It's put inside this machine, as I can show you here.
Okay, sure.
There's one already inside, and we use heat to cut the glass because it's very thick glass. So once that is cut, there's the vacuum.
So this wire is what cuts it, or?
It holds it and heats the glass.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Okay.
While this one, they do the cutting. Once it's vacuumed out of the monitor, there's a cylinder that is connected in the back, and it's stored inside and it's sealed. So none of this phosphor is exposed at any point. On this side is where we now shred our plastic.
Oh, it looks like a posho mill.
I know. It looks like a posho mill, but what we do is now the plastics that we receive that are soft plastics, because we do receive some of those, they are put through this shredder. Now these are the materials that are shredded that come in. It's soft plastic. So like film, from cassettes, from CD player, CDs, DVDs, things like that. Those all constitute as e-waste as well.
Seriously?
Yes.
Wow, I have 1,000 in my house.
Yes, because they are magnetic. Right?
But are they dangerous? Are they toxic?
Yes, they also have harmful things like lead in them. For them to be magnetic, for them to be recognized in the drives. The problem is these toxic elements are necessary for electronics, but when it comes to disposal, it has to be done properly. Now on this other side is where we have now the hard plastic cutter. So over here is where we have the hard plastic cutter, where we shred the CRT plastic. And when I say CRT plastic, I mean the hard computer plastic. Wow, like this. It goes into this machine and it's completely shredded into pieces. Okay, now here we have the cable stripper. Because part of e-waste we receive cables. Lots and lots of cables, and as we know, inside the cable we have copper. And for us to be able to strip, we have to have the cable stripper. Right? So we'll get a demonstration, but this is basically what we get. You see, at least this one is not as loud as the other machines where you would need the earmuffs, right?
Oh, that was easy.
So
it goes in then out, in then out. That easy. Don't you have that one?
You
don't have gloves. You are so strict.
You cannot be able to handle this copper with.
Oh, it's for my safety.
Yes.
Okay.
It can cut you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It can cut you. Right?
Okay.
You can see how it is stripped. Again, you have to be trained to be able to operate this kind of
There you've had it. They've told you that they have the capacity and they are licensed. As you can see, they are doing the process the way it should be done without any harm to the environment. So at EarthCheck, we can comfortably say they are environmentally sound. Let us keep learning more and more on conserving our environment.